Mornings, right. Everybody's got them. And who doesn't want to make theirs, less chaotic and more productive? That's what we're diving into today.
It's so easy to get sucked into those picture-perfect morning routine ideas you see online.
Totally. But this isn't about that. We're going practical, doable, based on this great article, Maximizing Your Mornings is Easy, actually.
I love that title. Gets right to the point, and the article really delivers.
It does. No BS. Like, first thing it says, consistent wake-up times, even weekends, groans dramatically.
Yeah, I know that one's tough. But listen, it's all about your circadian rhythm. It's basically your internal clock.
Wait, so my body actually has a clock telling it when to sleep and wake up?
Yep. And when you keep consistent wake-up times, even on weekends, you're helping that clock run smoothly.
Okay, but what's the big deal about a synced-up internal clock?
Oh, it's huge. We're talking better sleep, more energy during the day, maybe even a mood boost. Seriously.
No way. You're telling me my weekend lie-in is the enemy of good vibes?
Well, I wouldn't say enemy, but those lions can throw your rhythm out of whack, making it harder to wake up feeling refreshed during the week.
Okay, you know what? I actually tried this whole consistent sleep schedule thing a while back. It was rough at first, but after a couple of weeks, I swear I started waking up before my alarm, feeling more rested.
There you go. Your body loves routine. It's not about deprivation. It's about working with your natural rhythm.
So consistent wake-up times, even on weekends. Check. What's next?
Well, before you reach for that coffee,
Hold up. You're not coming between me and my morning coffee, are you?
hear me out. The article says hydrate before you caffeinate.
You mean drink water first thing in the morning?
Think about it. You wake up dehydrated. Give your body that much needed H2O before you hit it with caffeine.
So you're saying I should give my system a little jump start?
Exactly. Water gets things moving, metabolism, flushing out toxins, all that good stuff. Then your coffee can do its magic even better.
Okay, I can get behind that. Sort of like warming up your car engine before hitting the gas.
Exactly. Ease into your day. Don't jolt yourself awake.
I like it. But what about some movement? I'm not talking about intense workouts before coffee.
The article gets that. Think quick wins. Some stretching, a little yoga, or even just dancing around your kitchen while you make breakfast.
Okay, now that's a workout routine I can get on board with. But why is a little movement so important first thing?
Gets your blood flowing, wakes you up naturally, and if you can squeeze in a quick walk outside, that sunlight is amazing for regulating your circadian rhythm.
Right. Our internal clock is back.
Yeah.
Okay, we've hydrated, we've moved. What about breakfast?
The article's all about keeping it real with breakfast. Forget those perfectly styled food photos you see online.
Thank goodness. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Right. Focus on what actually fuels your body: protein, healthy fats, some complex carbs. Think scrambled eggs, avocado toast, maybe some yogurt with fruit and nuts.
Simple, effective. I like it.
Yeah.
Noticing a theme here, this article is all about doable changes, not some unattainable ideal.
Absolutely. It's about feeling good, not looking good on social media.
Preach. So what's next on our morning maximizing journey?
Let's talk planning your day.
Oh, yes, the to-do list. Source of satisfaction and stress, all in one.
Right. And the article knows it. They suggest focusing on your top 3 priorities for the day. Just 3. To avoid that feeling of overwhelm before you even begin.
That makes a lot of sense. Trying to tackle a mile-long to-do list first thing is just asking for stress.
Exactly. Start your day with intention and focus. Speaking of focus, let's address the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Your phone.
Uh-oh, I have a feeling I know where this is going. Let me guess. Resist the scroll.
You got it. The article is all about minimizing those digital distractions, especially first thing in the morning.
You mean no checking emails in bed, scrolling through social media while I'm still half asleep?
Exactly. Imagine this. You wake up, you relax, and then boom, you're bombarded with notifications, news updates, work emails.
Ugh, don't even get me started on the news.
Right. It's like you're letting the outside world dictate your mood before you've even had a chance to think about your own intentions for the day.
That's a really good point. I never thought of it like that. It's like I'm letting my phone choose my mood before I even get out of bed.
Exactly. And all that digital noise can really mess with your focus and productivity throughout the day.
Okay, you've convinced me. Phone stays on airplane mode until further notice. So to recap, we've talked consistent wake-up times, hydration before coffee, a little bit of movement, a real person's breakfast, and kicking our phone addiction. What else does this morning routine magic have in store for us?
We've covered a lot, and it's really impressive how the article breaks it all down so clearly. But there's one last point I think is super important, maybe the most impactful one of all.
Oh, now you've got me curious. Tell me everything.
It all boils down to this: reclaiming your mornings for you.
Reclaiming my mornings, huh? I like the sound of that, but it's easy to get caught up in the whole productivity thing, you know? Like, gotta get stuff done.
Oh, I hear you. But that's the thing. It's not about turning your morning into this high-pressure situation. It's more about creating space for yourself.
Space.
Yeah, like little buffer zone before the day really gets going. You know, before work, family, all that stuff starts demanding your attention.
Okay, I can see that. But what about those of us who aren't exactly, well, morning people, you know? We exist.
Of course. And the article actually talks about this. Different chronotypes, they call them. Some people are wired to be more alert in the evenings, others in the morning.
So you're saying is, some of us are just doomed to have unproductive mornings.
Not at all. The trick is to work with your natural tendencies, not against them. If you're a night owl, that's okay. You can still create a morning routine that works for you.
Okay, now you're talking. So what does a night owl-approved morning routine look like?
Well, for starters, ditch the alarm clock whenever you can. Listen to your body, wake up naturally, and don't feel pressured to do intense workouts first thing.
Like no early morning boot camp.
Yeah.
Phew, that's a relief.
Right, maybe some gentle yoga, stretching, even just some deep breathing. It's about finding what feels good for you.
I'm all about that. So it's all about personalization, not some one-size-fits-all approach.
Exactly. Experiment, see what sticks. Maybe you listen to a podcast while you get ready or have a quiet moment with a cup of tea. It's your morning, you do you.
Love it. But what about, actually getting things done? The article mentioned something about prioritizing tasks.
Ah, yes. Remember we talked about avoiding that overwhelming to-do list? Well, it ties in perfectly with this idea of intentionality.
Intentionality, huh?
Yeah.
So it's not just about writing a list, it's about really thinking about it.
Right. Take a few minutes in the morning to choose your top 3 priorities for the day. It's about being proactive, deciding where your energy goes instead of just reacting to whatever comes up.
I can get behind that. So how do I deal with those unexpected things that always seem to pop up?
That's where flexibility comes in. The article emphasizes that a morning routine shouldn't be set in stone.
Okay, so it's more like a framework, something to guide me.
Exactly. Life happens. You got to roll with the punches. But having that foundation of a good morning routine, it can make a world of difference.
This is all making so much sense now. We've talked a lot about the practical stuff, but what about, feeling good? How do I cultivate a positive mindset first thing in the morning?
Such a good question. The article kind of touches on this indirectly. Start your day with things you genuinely enjoy.
So like blasting my favorite playlist while I get ready, that counts.
Totally. Or maybe it's meditating, practicing gratitude, or just enjoying a cup of coffee and a good book. Do what brings you joy.
It's like giving yourself a little gift every morning.
I love that. Okay, so we're prioritizing self-care, even if it's just for a few minutes. What else you got? One of the things that really stood out to me in the article was the emphasis on the power of single tasking. Actually focusing on one thing at a time. One of the things that really stood out to me in the article was the emphasis on the power of single tasking. Actually focusing on one thing at a time.
Ah, yes. In our relentlessly multitasking world, the article makes a compelling case for slowing down, especially in the morning.
It seems counterintuitive though, right? Shouldn't we try to cram as much as possible into our mornings to maximize productivity?
It's a common misconception. Research actually shows that when we multitask, we do a worse job at everything. Our attention is all over the place, mistakes happen, and ultimately we're more stressed and less fulfilled. So you're saying that by slowing down, focusing on one task at a time, we actually set ourselves up for greater productivity throughout the day. That's pretty cool.
Exactly. When you single task, you're fully immersed in the present moment, truly engaged with the task at hand. This leads to better focus, more creativity, and a greater sense of accomplishment.
It's like that saying, slow and steady wins the race. We're so used to rushing through our mornings, but maybe a more mindful, intentional pace is the key to a productive and fulfilling day.
Couldn't agree more. And the article even offers tips for incorporating single tasking into your morning. Instead of scrolling through social media while you eat breakfast, put your phone away and savor each bite. Or, rather than trying to answer emails while you get ready, dedicate those moments to being fully present with yourself.
It's like creating little pockets of mindfulness throughout the morning, which I love. We've covered a lot today, from circadian rhythms to single tasking. So if you had to pick just one key takeaway about maximizing mornings, what would it be?
It all circles back to reclaiming your morning as a sacred time for you. Shift your mindset from a place of obligation and have to to a place of intention and get to. Design a morning routine that nourishes your body, mind, and spirit, setting the stage for a more productive, fulfilling, and joyful day.
So well said. It's not just about checking things off a list, but about investing in ourselves and creating a morning ritual that sets us up for success in all areas of life.
Absolutely. And the best part, it doesn't have to be a complete life overhaul. Even small changes to your morning routine can make a huge difference in your day.
So true. To all our listeners out there, we'd love to hear from you. Which tip resonated most with you? What's one small change you can make to your morning routine to reclaim those precious hours before the day takes over? Remember, it's not about being perfect, but about making progress. Find what works for you.
And you might be surprised at how much more productive, energized, and fulfilled you feel just by tweaking how you start your day.
Exactly. Until next time, happy morning, everyone.